I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this on Diddy. He may or may not like the backdoor action, and if he does, he does.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
in his defense, right? If it is true and all this is true, then he was telling people, "Yo, Lo, what's up, man? Yo, I'll change your life."
He was being honest.
Hey, I'll change your life, but you gonna take this.
Listen,
Pause.
take that. He was telling
And he
you.
was gonna tell you who.
Yo, bad. That shit crazy.
On a Saturday! Welcome to the All Even Podcast. My name is Barry Grant Jr. You can catch me on Instagram and X. What was the other one? TikTok. All Even Media on TikTok. At All Even Podcast on X. All Even Podcast on Instagram. You can listen to the show on Podbeam as well as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. I'm all over the place. And go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend that the page is growing. We are pushing to 11K. We are pushing past 11K. But Mr. 10K's in the building. Karl.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
I haven't been able to say that in a while.
How'd it make you feel?
You see my face? I'm not laughing or smiling.
Lip your top
I
lip.
expect you here.
Your top lip is dry. There you go.
I expect you here.
Yeah. Expectations could be misleading.
So how you been? Where you been?
I've been around, bro. I've been around. But things are good. I can't complain. Yeah.
Things are so good that you don't show up to the All Even studio.
That good, actually, yeah.
It's not going to be a good pot for you. I feel a lot of animosity towards you today.
I think you need to work on that and get
No,
addressed.
I will work on it. Once I get it out of my system, I'll be fine.
Is HR still here? No?
I am HR.
They leave it.
You can't be HR, bro.
It's like Vince McMahon. He was HR at WWE.
Are you really wanting to be Vince McMahon? Like, let me know what you
Now
really...
with the doc that just came out,
yeah, so-
wicked. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's just bad.
I can imagine.
It's bad.
It's...
Like he for you to be able to incriminate yourself.
Right.
Like, it's not we got him. You got you. Like,
Yeah.
it's bad.
It's a one-on-one.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
But listen, good to see you.
You too, man.
Super intern Jimmy's here.
Indeed.
Yeah, you pulled the Houdini trick last week as well. I get a text message that, yeah, not gonna be around. Sorry, I know I told you I was gonna be here for like, consecutive weeks, but
Yeah, things are coming up left and right. It's bad. It's rough.
The fact that
I had a 12-pack to finish. I had a house to clean.
you hit the fact that he prioritized the 12-pack over coming to the All Even studio. That is that's nasty work.
That was a one-time thing.
It's nasty
It
work,
was a one-time thing.
but it's on brand.
What type of 12-pack was it?
It was the Michelob Ultras.
Oh, it's good. Those
I
are
think
good.
there was like 3 left.
I mean,
damn
Michelob
good.
Ultras are
They needed
good.
to be
Yeah,
finished.
damn good.
I would approve it if it's a Michelob Ultra, if it's a Saputo, if it's a Land Shark.
Or Peronis. Peronis are good.
I don't like Peronis,
Why
man.
not?
No. That's, inside baseball here. Every time you bring them, I curse you inside.
Why do you do that?
Because I don't like them.
So why don't you just curse me directly instead of saying it to yourself?
Because there's a lot of times where I vent my frustration towards you, and then you say that I have anger problems, or I don't understand why you come at me like that.
Here's the thing, and I don't want to...
So I'm trying to change.
I don't want to
The fact that I'm trying to internalize it and not say anything to you, that's called growth.
Well, look,
Pause.
Speaking of growth, and I just want to throw this, I love the Kanye beard you have right now. Like, it is really... You're expressing your Kanyeism right now, and it's so... I see it, bro. Even with
I don't plan to shave it either.
You good. It's very... the way Kanye's beard is all, like, lopsided and patchy.
Very
it's
disheveled.
so cool.
Very, yes.
Yeah. Do that shit, man. Do it for Ye.
Yeah, whatever. But yes, Jimmy, good to see you. Silent Assassin.
What's up?
I didn't say what I wanted to say about her last week because we were in the groove of the show, right? It was moving and shaking. We were doing a lot of stuff. The show was really, really good, solid. Shouts to Al, the crazy Eagles fan, he was here. But I have to expose her now. Silent Assassin has a gambling problem.
Oh.
And I feel that, that there's going to be some type of message at the bottom where you can be able to, check
Call this number.
Right. We might have to put that disclaimer in there after the show.
Well, you know what I love about her, for like those that are not watching the pod, or can't see her at all. Like, her feet are like dangling off the couch.
Right.
So they're like, she's like covering them up, and then she's like shaking them because she's nervous of what's going on. Yeah. So this is like the behind the scenes.
Because she knows.
She knows.
We got them.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's just, all right. I'll just, a little bit off pod, right? We're down here speaking, and I have to go upstairs. And these two start having a commonality about one particular topic. Gambling, right? So we already know that Jimmy, the super intern, likes to go to Yakuza spots and hold the wall. Yeah, right. He goes to these places and he does his thing, right? We had no idea that the Silent Assassin was also doing some. I'm like, what's going on here? Right? I'm hearing parlay talk. I'm hearing this and that. Like, what is going on?
I'm up, so it's okay. I'm up.
Oh, you're up. Okay.
I'm gonna find a time where I'm like, okay, it's too much. I made my money. I gotta take a break. But for now, I'm up, so I'm good.
Okay. Listen.
This all spoils back down to the fact of due to their heritages, they've had relatives that were running numbers in the old country.
They saw it,
and they've seen it firsthand. Yeah. And they understand what the definition of racketeering is. And
facts.
So it's all
they created it. They
had family members that were in the 10 years and shit like that. So it's all.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's on brand.
The super intern, his family, I don't even want to mention it. I don't even want to mention it. It's very Gambino-esque. I just want to say that.
The old photos are crazy.
Facts.
They're crazy.
Facts. But yes, we love you down here. So we just want to make sure that you're fine.
Yeah, we'll schedule a training for everybody.
Yeah, there definitely needs to be like one of those, very awkward videos that we watch.
Yeah.
Oh no, Bill, you sold your house.
I just need one more mortgage.
Just one more.
And I can cover.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I told my mom, she's like, you got to be careful with that. But every morning, when she gets to work, I get a text. Did you win last night? I'm like,
you know why she asked it? Because she wants some of the earnings. Yeah. That's what she wants.
And low key, she's an enabler, by the way. She doesn't care. So she got to tell you not to do it, but she'll also tell you,
of course,
did you win?
Right? Because she wants to brag to her friends.
Yeah, exactly.
She won last night by $550. Yeah. She's really good. So yeah, us parents, we champion our children's achievements, even if they're compulsive gamblers. But lots to get into, right? We have Thursday Night Football to discuss. Dak Prescott said something after week 2 I want to discuss as well. Rex Ryan calls out Jerry Jones. There's some injuries with the Cowboys. I want to go ahead and discuss with Mr. Claw here about that. Travis Kelce, slow start. Is he washed? I have my own opinions about that. Josh Allen may have been a little bit too honest, and now he's trying to walk it back. Now, there ain't no walking it back. We got you, right? We got you. We know exactly what you meant. Dolphins are not looking to make any moves in regards to Tua. Brett Favre news, which is kind of sad, so I would love to pick your brain about that, Chloe, because that is an ex-Jet. Jets watch. We're going to go ahead and preview the Week 4 matchups for Sunday, Monday. NBA news, Tony Allen's jersey retirement. Derrick Rose retires. Zion news, I have to probably apologize to him a little bit. And there's some New York Knicks stuff that we have to talk about, some breaking news. Vince Carter stuff as well. My irrelevant news of the week. And then the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Now, before I get into all that, I promised my good friend, my sister, that I wouldn't speak about this topic. I promised her. When it broke She said, don't do it. She texted me, like right after it hit the airways. Don't do it. I said, do what? Don't go to your show and talk about her. Give her some grace. I said, who? I must know now. She said, oh, well, Janet Jackson said something crazy. I said, oh, so let me go ahead and look it up. Janet Jackson was asked a question about the election. Oh, what do you think? What are your thoughts about the election? Oh, I really, I'm hearing that Kamala is not black, and I've heard it for some. So she's getting dragged through the mud because she didn't endorse anybody. She didn't really, have a stance. She just kind of used some right-wing conspiracy rabbit hole conversation to put a point across, and people are dragging her through the coals, right? And like I said, I promised I said, okay, I won't talk about it because obviously I think they had a family member that just died. Was it Tito that just died?
Yeah, Tito.
Yeah, Tito just passed, so, rest in peace. So I did say to her, I will give her some grace because obviously she might be going through some family issues. And that happens. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I gotta say something. Of all the people to say anything about anybody not being black, you're speaking out of the lips of a white woman. I'm just saying, you spent your whole life not wanting to be black. You have family members that have literally changed their color because them too don't want to do it. So for me, it's like, what difference does it make if Kamala is not black, right? Even if she wasn't. Who cares? Why is it a talking point? And newsflash, there's a picture out there of her father, right? So if they're saying that this man has some white in him, which I'm sure he does because there is some evidence of that, right? And he's also Indian or whatever he is. You ever seen a white man / Indian man that has a afro? You ever seen it?
Yes.
Who?
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross? You don't know what Bob Ross got in him, though. So you got to relax.
Pause, watch your mouth.
I'm just saying.
I know what's in that man.
You don't know. I'm just saying is that if that's your talking point about the election, it's better that you not speak about it. Just don't say it. I don't have a comment. I don't have a comment. I whatever it is, whatever going on, this is what I'm saying. I don't really have a comment. Just do that. But for you of all people to have that stance, it's pretty fucking crazy. And on top of that, you live in London. You don't even live here.
It's fine. She made it out.
You don't even live here. What do you care? That's like Piers Morgan having a podcast about American Nobody cares what you think. Nobody cares. You don't live here. You don't see Canadians talking about our politics. They don't care. They have health care over there. They good. Everybody's happy over there. They don't give a shit about what we do over here. Janet, of all the people, I said, man, this lady looks crazy. She looks like a... You know what? I'm gonna just stop. Moving on. Like I said, I am in a mood today, and I saw this video that CNN posted. Maybe I should keep it for irrelevant news. I'll keep it for irrelevant news. I will. I'm not gonna do it right now. You missed last week's show and you wanted to talk about the diddler.
You mean Sean Combs?
Yes, him.
Yes, the billionaire /
Oh, that's what you want to lead with?
childhood superhero that we all had.
You know what's crazy about the fact that his managerial team came out and said that he he frequents and buys baby oil in massive
That was his lawyer.
quantities.
Yeah, everybody goes to BJ's and
But
Costco.
Costco came out and said that they don't sell it at their facilities.
So, fuck does that mean? He didn't.
He's
know.
lying.
He might have went to Sam's Club. Like, yo, listen.
Sam's Club is not Costco.
Why are you worried about where the man gets his baby oil from? Are you jealous that you want baby oil and you can't get it?
I'm just saying, why
Do
you gotta
you use
lie,
baby
Craig?
oil?
Huh?
Do you use baby oil?
No, I don't want cancer.
Why not?
It's Johnson & Johnson.
You say you don't want cancer?
Yeah, I don't want cancer.
Oh, that's wild. As a fan of the Jets, I definitely denounce what he stated.
I will never.
And I don't believe in, you know.
It's bad enough.
what
Like I said last week. What did I say last week? It's bad enough they got the worst. They got the worst COVID vaccine. I don't want no parts of that. No parts of it.
Did you take that one?
Absolutely not.
What did you take?
Huh? Don't worry about what I took.
I'm sorry, you didn't take that one.
Don't worry about what I took.
You're
All right?
putting it out there. But,
Depending on where I live at, that's the one I took. How about that?
how about it?
All right.
How do you feel?
I feel great.
Great. Well, you don't feel as good as Mr. Sean Combs that he's about to beat these Chargers.
Okay, so that's your angle.
That's how I'm running. That's how I feel. You know, what I
I
mean?
need you to expound.
I feel that I feel like this case is a lot of blown out of proportion.
Hearsay?
A lot of hearsay. A lot of throwing the book at somebody, but they couldn't get Jeffrey for. They're gonna try to put it on him. All of a sudden, there's a list, and everybody's on this list, etc. So I think the facts have to be really drawn out.
Right.
I heard he's willing to even take the stand, which a lot of people don't do, and that's a really big statement for you to to sit there. But listen, if we're gonna be candid,
Which we always are.
yeah, he has like you don't shoot. Some people don't show the gun unless they're gonna use it.
Like RoboCop.
Yeah.
Remember, he used to keep it in his leg until he pulled it from the leg. And then used
Okay.
it.
Well, John Wick did that too, and John Wick, you saw John Wick gun and you felt it. Like that's
RoboCop, you felt RoboCop gun too.
I
That's what I'm
guess so,
saying.
But he had to open up the fucking.
Yeah, but when he did that, it was.
Yeah, but he still had to and do all that shit he does. Like, I think he has something that's. Yeah, listen, the feds don't lose. That's the rhetoric. But I seen them lose to fucking Irv Gotti. And if that doesn't say something, then I ain't got nothing else to say. This like the whole Little Rod shit and all that shit. Listen, I've never heard of that man in my life. I've been around the music industry for years. That name never came out of nowhere. And the fact that it came out and you were mad because you had a dispute and you didn't get paid on something, so you came with a 90-page novel or some shit that is the truth, the new Bible, on somebody else's life. And it happens to be in tune around the same time around the whole tequila situation and da-da-da-da-da. There's a lot going on.
Oh, here you go.
There's a lot going on.
Here you go
You know
with
what,
the
man?
conspiracy. Here you go.
Thanks, buddy. He just tapped me in. So
I was free of this nonsense for weeks.
you asked, right?
Now you come back with
You
this
asked.
aluminum hat shit.
The problem is with you, buddy. Now, let's turn this to you now. All right? Yo, you shat on me for I want to say a while when it came to the whole Kanye. Yo, you man Kanye done. Yo, I can't believe it. Yo, we got a Kanye supporter. Kanye supporter. You got the Kanye
So why
beard.
we bring up old stuff?
You got the Kanye beard. You already embraced the
I
culture.
got the Kyrie beard. That's what I got.
There's nothing Kyrie about your beard. There's Kanye's beard. If Nicole, you can pull up a shot next to it, his new beard, and you'll see it, and you'll put two
You
and
can do
two
it side
together.
by side. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be good. And you'll see it that it's just all good. And I wasn't wrong. I wasn't like he's not done. He's still going. He's still going. So I'm gonna give you this one, and it's a gem. And for the fans and my colleagues here, and even your ass, Diddy gonna beat this.
What about the trafficking?
He gonna beat it. There's only one or two things
That right there.
that he may not get away from.
There's only one or two things. Those one or two things could get you in jail for 40 years.
They could, but it won't.
What are we talking about
But
here?
it won't make you guilty of the other shit they're putting you on. That's what I'm trying to
Yo,
tell
you
you.
pissing me off already.
They shouldn't have to.
All right?
You should just
Show just started.
You should really just like take 5 deep breaths and shut the fuck up because I'm
just
here
saying.
and I'm back. All right, that's it.
And you coming with your nonsense.
Hey.
All right, listen.
You flew me here. I didn't.
If
I
that's
didn't just
what
come
you
here.
feel,
Yeah.
I am not gonna contest it because
Track
most of the time,
Track record.
most of the time, your track record is very good. So I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just saying.
Now here's one thing. It's gonna get a little weird. 2 dragons.
It is gonna get weird
gonna get
because
weird.
there's gonna be a lot of stuff that comes out.
Because when he hits the stand and that Nino Brown shit puts,
He's gonna do this.
y'all ain't looking for me.
He's gonna do this.
This motherfucker did it.
Yeah, he's gonna do a lot of that.
That motherfucker did it. I'm only in the game, baby. And that's it.
Well, moving out of one case into another that's in New York. I went to the Black Man's Brunch, me and the Silent Assassin. We had a great time. You know, we met so many great people. We met the spiritual whistleblower there. Like, shouts to her. Like, you know what I mean? We met so many great people there. We seen so many great people. We heard such great speeches and, you know, motivational things. And I was like, man, this is the place to be right now. And the guy that closed the show, I was like, man, it's my guy right there, man. Eric Adams. They got my man, son. Listen, I didn't want to, I never wanted to say it. I never wanted to come out and say, yeah, there's some shady stuff going on, but they got him. They got him. He going down. Once you start messing with international funds and there's other stuff that's going on, and then the whole building being approved when it wasn't supposed to, that's what got you on the Fed's radar. Like, why? And here's the thing. Here's the part that bothers me. Why I gotta be the only black guy to get Fed charges as a mayor in history? Not even Dave Dinkins got Fed charges. Come on now, man.
Couldn't prove it back then.
That's all I'm saying.
It's a different time.
It's nasty work. It's nasty work,
Cuomo
man.
went down on some sex charges, but you know.
Right.
I
Cuomo went
feel
down
like-
some sex charges, but yo,
I feel like here's the thing, though.
police chief or commissioner stepped down.
In
You
his
got a whole bunch
defense-
of other people stepping down. Like it don't look good.
In his defense, I just feel like in this city, you can't get too big. And if they start seeing trends and they start noticing,
So he's saying that you think that he was moving too big for his britches?
what's the name was moving too big, Cuomo was moving big too. He was moving big. And they didn't like that. People did not like that. And then he had his brother's influence, so his brother could have held him down on the media.
His bro was trying to hold him down. That's why he got
Yeah,
fired.
That's what I'm saying. So what you can't, I feel like you're really just supposed to take the, it's like a quarterback here. Like, even like anybody, like, yo, you gotta like be able to know how to deal with this market. And if you do it and then you don't do it the right way where you kind of like, let me just shut the fuck up and be mayor. I'm not trying to be bigger than anybody, and I'm not going to shit on the government, and I'm not going to shit on nobody. I'm just going to... De Blasio tried, like, but he was trash.
Fire was rubbish.
But what's the name was fire? What's your man name? Bloomberg.
Bloomberg was fire.
He was fire. He did it. He must have been
He
mayor
was
for like
fire.
10 years.
But like I told you, my favorite mayor of all time is Dave Diggins.
That shit was a fucked up time, bro.
Dave Diggins was the man.
I wish you would have said Koch or somebody like that.
Rest in peace, Dave Diggins. I like corruption. I don't just call me crazy. That's why me and Eric Adams. But damn, son, they got him. They do.
Toast, bro.
They do. And the other part that's coming down the pipe soon is that the governor, Ms. Hochul, she's the one that actually has the last hammer, right? Because she can remove him. So she was like, look, I'm going to go ahead and review this. I'm going to see what we got. And then I'm going to let y'all know.
And
So
she's on the motherfucking other side of the door. Her and the motherfucking congestion prices. Like, yo, she got to tread lightly too.
oh yeah,
They're not playing with New York. Like,
they trying to clean this up.
they trying to take it over. It's not even cleaning up.
That's the
they
same
wanna
thing.
take the
They
shit
trying
over.
to clean it up.
Once
take
you
it
take over New York, and you run a certain type of ship here, everybody's got to follow suit. Unless you live in Texas.
Listen, it's been real. Mayor Adams, I salute you. I think you're a good man, but they got you. They got you. Sometimes, you stay around long enough to become the villain. It's just the way it is. And stop taking money, man. There's a paper trail, right? There's always a paper trail. That's all I'm saying. I hope it's not true, but I think it is. After the break, what are we doing? Thursday Night Football? Yeah, let's do that. Thursday Night Football.
Yo, it's your man DJ G Money from that Flip the Script podcast. You see it? We in the studio right now. Flip, shut up. Yeah. Oh, listen. Shout out to the All Even podcast. My man Barry Grant Jr. What's up, man? What happened? What you want to say to the people?
Shout out somebody else's podcast?
Yeah, my nigga the joint. What's up?
All Even?
All Even podcast.
Yo, it ain't even up here, boy. We put this, yo, what's up, man? All Even. Yo, oh my God. What's up with you, man? Now that's a shout out. You keeping this?
Yeah, keep all that. You want to jump
All
in the
Even
camera?
podcast, right?
Yeah, All
Shout out
Even.
to All Even podcast, right? All Even? That's your man?
My man.
All right, shout out to All Even podcast.
100%. He cool. Is he cool? Let me see. Is he cool?
G. What is it, G? Oh. I shout him out, G.
Cool, man.
Thursday Night Football. Cowboys, Giants. Week 4? Week 4. Both teams needed to win. Giants were coming off a win, I believe, and Cowboys were coming off 2 bus asses. But the Cowboys go ahead and win 20-15. Dak Prescott is now 13-0 against the Giants lifetime. He's never lost to those New York Giants. Captain Small Hands, Daniel Jones, didn't really play bad. Yeah, I think he passed for 281 yards. Had some throws that didn't really look great, kind of short, but and his deep balls are not really that great. But all in all, didn't play bad. Malik Neighbors is a star. Like when you talk about the ability to, his catch radius is great. His route tree is amazing. His elusiveness to get free, his separation. Everything about that kid is superstar. So the fact that Daniel Jones has a guy like that to be able to throw to, Giants have some pieces. They do. But on the other side, Dak Prescott played pretty well, 2 touchdowns. The running game is still shit. But the defense showed up. Defense did not allow a touchdown in the game. They dominated the Giants, had some great stops. But injuries were the talk of that game for the Dallas Cowboys. Stefon Diggs came up lame in that game. He had cramping issues. DeMarcus Lawrence had a foot problem. They now say that he's going to be out for at least 4 weeks. They have him on the 4-week IR. Micah Parsons with a high ankle sprain. They said he's going to be out 4 weeks. So Cowboys have some problems. But if we're going to talk about just this game in a vacuum, they looked good defensively, but still looked very bad offensively. I think outside of CeeDee Lamb, they just don't have enough. CeeDee Lamb and Ferguson, that's it. Like, their running attack, Dowdle can't run the football. Zeke looks washed. The offensive line is not that great right now. You have 2 inexperienced guys on the line. Dalvin Cook is still in a practice squad, and I don't know if he has anything left in the tank, because at this point, you would have probably thought that, hey, let's give him a chance. Or maybe they're trying to give him some time to ramp up. I don't know. But anything's better than what we got. And they just don't look good. I'd like to say that I enjoyed the game watching it, though. Because while I'm watching the Cowboys dominate the Giants defensively, the only thing I kept thinking about in my head was, the silent assassin must be fucking miserable right now, and I love it. Because she's the one that was like, oh, Dan Jones is going to have a good season because, he got a girlfriend now, and everything's gonna be all right. No. He's a Giant. It's never gonna be good. Outside of those 2 Super Bowls, you guys have been the worst franchise in football in regards to wins and losses. It's just a fact.
But is it not worth it that we got 2? Why does the rest matter?
No.
You don't gotta worry.
What do you mean?
You're suffering. I won. I'm happy. I had joy in my life. I saw 2 Super Bowls where you were miserable. Every week. Oh, the Cowboys.
Holy
The
shit.
Cowboys. Nah, I won. I don't gotta worry.
And
If
she
we
got
win,
the-
if we lose, it's okay.
And she got the Giants
And she got this
sweatshirt.
And she's fucking poking at her chest every time she
Yo.
said that shit to you. She spit on you basically.
It's okay.
She said,
I'm
fuck
fine.
up.
If we win, if we lose, I'm good.
You were like 3 when they won the Super Bowl. Don't say nothing.
I was alive.
So was I. The last Cowboys championship was 1996. I was alive.
Barely.
Damn. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was like a human. You were just there.
You need to relax. Okay? You need to relax.
I remember we had what was it? I think Philly cheesesteaks in the toaster oven, like warm toasting up the
Right.
bread. Eating those like footlongs, had the whole family, like 20
watch
people.
your mouth. That's crazy.
Afterward, they won. We had the whole neighborhood outside banging pots, cheering, all like the white people stuff. It was
Right.
fun. But I had the 2.
But and you have those memories. I don't.
Yeah, I got the shirts. What do you got? Empty hands.
Yeah.
You always said, what do you love? That was crazy. You know what? I don't care. All right? You got the Super Bowl, but let me enjoy what we just did to y'all. Okay? 20-15, we won a game.
Barely.
Barely.
It wasn't that.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't impressive. Defensively, they were impressive. Offensively, I'm not impressed.
And it could have been war if it wasn't for Vegas.
Facts. I honestly thought that, for some part of me, I thought that Daniel Jones was going to throw that last pass into the end zone. It was going to get tipped, and then all of a sudden, somebody comes out of nowhere, like this Giant just catches the ball and it's a touchdown and they win the game. Like that's the I was so cynical about the game.
That's the Eli effect.
Yeah.
Shit don't happen here.
Not with Captain Smallhands, not with him. Rex Ryan said something that I think I agree with him. He was just like, look, if it was me, I'd have got this defense, ready for the season. They'd have been good. They wouldn't have been a New Orleans situation. They wouldn't have been a Baltimore Ravens situation where you got blown out. They wouldn't have been a Green Bay Packers blowout at home. Do you think that that's true?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the pieces of the puzzle aren't there. And you have to invest in those pieces. If you don't do that, it's not going to work.
Yeah, but even if you had the same pieces and you had Rex Ryan, would it have made a difference? That's what I'm asking.
Guys want to play for Rex. People want to play, especially a defense. They'd want to play for a guy that gets them fired up to do something.
So you don't think people want to play for Mike Zimmer?
Fuck no. Why?
He's a good defensive coach.
Yeah.
He's old as fuck, but
Is it connecting?
probably not.
It's not connecting.
But the problem is that I think
he might call them boy, and people don't like that.
You gotta relax.
I'm just saying.
Okay. I think this crop of Cowboys players, there's no dogs on this team. That's the problem. Like when you look at other teams, you look at other really good defenses, there's dogs on that defense. This team doesn't have it. I call this team a bunch of front runners. That's what they are. Like when they play bad teams, they can be able to puff their chest out, punch you in the face, and be happy on the sidelines. But when they play a team that's actually good or above average, they get the doors blown off of them.
They get exposed.
They get exposed. Micah gets exposed. And the thing is, he comes up with the high ankle sprain. I don't want to see anybody get hurt, but at the end of the day, I want to see what they look like without him because I don't want to hear the excuses. Oh, well, Micah's getting held. So does TJ Watt. So does Nick Bosa. So does Joey Bosa. But they still find ways to be effective. They don't make excuses. And on top of that, they don't have podcasts. I'm just saying. I was gonna mention the thing about Dak Prescott, but you know what? I'm not. He was upset about the Week 3 loss, and jump off if you want. I will. If you want to tell me what to do, okay, fine. Because you ain't play that great to make me say, oh, well, I'm back on the Dak train. You ain't look that great. CD Lamb looks good. You don't. Moving on. Yeah, let's do it. Jets Watch. Lot to talk about, sir. Your team is 2-1. They look good. Aaron Rodgers has survived his first 3 games as a Jet. Thoughts?
Well, before I say that, I want to just, and this is not a shameless plug, we're not getting paid for this, but Kith really dropped a really dope collab with the Jets. I'm talking about like stuff you can wear to Thanksgiving dinner. His shit is really, really high quality Jets gear.
Right.
And then he partnered with Jeff Hamilton. They made this beautiful bomber jacket. So for all the fans listening, if you love Claw and Claw loves you, put something in the donation pile and you'll be buying Claw a Jets jacket from Mitchell and Ness. And I reveal myself and I'll take a picture of myself wearing it.
Fire.
There we go. Here we are. There's your
So
opportunity.
we will start the Claw donation.
There we go. So other than that, you want to know where I've been, bro?
Yes,
really,
I like
you
to
really
know.
want to fucking know where I've been? Been watching these Jets games. And I don't watch it with people like I used to. I don't call anybody when the game's on. I just sit in front of the fucking TV and just go like this, just rock. And just hope they finish the series. And they hope they finish the next series. And he doesn't get hurt. He's not going to get hurt. He's not going to get hurt.
He's very mobile as well. He looked good.
And when I just see these passes. Got tissue.
So thoughts, who's been the most impressive outside of Aaron Rodgers?
Fucking Aaron Rodgers. What does it matter? Bro, we have somebody who can throw the fucking ball beautifully.
Sam Darnold could do the ball.
He saw Ghost. At the
Yeah,
time.
because of who was there.
Hey, listen. I ain't like Adam guys. Goose Gabe, whatever the fuck his name is. Listen, we have Wilson hasn't been unlocked yet. Williams hasn't been unlocked yet. Alan Lazard is the fucking guy in the slot. Breece Hall is a beast. Braylon Allen is a motherfucking truck.
I like that kid.
Bro. And Aaron Rodgers is running for first downs. I have nothing to fucking talk about. And then the defense shows up. Listen, usually I'm on my, hey, you're going to do this. Yeah. Listen, I'm going to drink my beer. And I'm going to tell Hassan Reddick, you're fucking up, bro.
Now, thank you.
Up.
So for the segue, Hassan Reddick has come out and said that.
These are real tears, bro.
Yeah.
These are real.
He's come out and said that he would be open to a trade. And he would probably, this is probably rumor and speculation at this point, that he would welcome a trade back to Philadelphia. So obviously, Huff signed with the Eagles. You guys had Huff. He signed a 3-year, $51 million deal. I mean, that would be an interesting turn of events that you lose a player, you trade for a player, and then you trade that player back for the player that you traded for to losing him in free agency. So what are your thoughts about the whole Hassan Reddick thing? Like, obviously, we talked about this prior.
We talked about it. It's the same rhetoric, honestly, for me.
But I think it's just, for me, all right, if you're going to have your, listen, he's staying 10 toes down. You got to respect somebody who has that type of mindset, right? But at the same time, you never showed up to camp, and the Jets wanted you to show up to camp so you can be able to get your money. And you didn't want to comply and play ball. So guess what Joe Douglas didn't do? He didn't give you your money. So the whole thing is like, you can't expect a raise from your boss if you don't show up to work and have a conversation, is what I'm saying. So
it's an issue.
It's ugly.
Here's like, as the week's gone on, he's lost millions and millions.
$8 million to be exact.
$8 million you walked away from to just not show up to camp.
Right.
To not show in the building, show these guys that you're serious.
That you're here to work.
I've said it before, yo, fam. This is the dumbest shit you can possibly do, bro. Like with this defense, you're gonna get the numbers you need to get the bag that you need.
Right.
If you're not gonna get it from us, you'll get it with this defense. Because if I'm playing with great players that are everybody's on their game, there's no way I ain't gonna shine.
Everybody's numbers go up.
Now here's the new shit that I've been on. All right, cool. You had the opportunity to do that. You didn't do that. At the end of the day, at what fucking point do you realize they traded a 7th rounder for me? This ain't a priority right now. This is not who we have to sign next year. We have to sign mad people next year.
Yep.
This ain't that. Bro, we traded a 7th rounder for you. You're expendable. If it was a 3rd, all right, we gotta walk that back. We gotta go get that. This is 7th, bro. And you don't want to show up to come get your bag? Is it on him? Is it on his agent? Because it got to be the agent. I feel like someone's telling him, yo, hold tight, bro. We got this, dude. And you can afford it. Can you? I mean, granted, I don't think anybody here or anybody in NFL will really want to sit there and be like, yo, 8? How much is it now? 8? We got 2 more weeks to get this shit done. Oh, I'm fucked.
Yeah, I don't really understand the lack of bending for him, pause. Like if you want your money, there's a level of playing ball that you have to do, right? You got to go there and show up. Like, just like, obviously, CeeDee Lamb didn't show up. He held out for the whole thing, but that was his original team.
It's different.
He didn't get traded to the Cowboys and then never show up to the actual building.
Same thing with Chase. He gave them something already.
Right.
You didn't give anybody anything.
Yeah.
It's like we were just talking about SATs. You get points for just putting your fucking name on the paper.
Right.
He didn't put his name on the fucking paper.
Right. Like, you got traded and you never went to any Jets situations. Like, bro.
Like, it's the worst shit. Like, you went to the fucking Giants.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at this point, listen, if the Jets continue to win, then there's no incentive to sign him.
There's no point.
If they go ahead and struggle and, their pass rush is lacking and they're losing some games because they're losing in the trenches, then now he gets a lot more leverage. But if they continue to be the team that we see right now, that they can be able to, kill you offensively, beat you in the trenches and have that bad man throwing the football, yeah, go ahead, keep staying out.
But this is the other shit, right? The Jets are known for their defense. The defense is usually the better part of the ball.
Right.
Right now, everybody's touching the ball on the offense. But that 2-headed monster as a running back committee we have is fucking. That's all I got to say, bro.
Jets look good. And Hassan Reddick, I don't know what's going to happen with that, but hopefully we'll get a resolution some way, one way or another.
I feel like he got a week left to really get it done. If not, then you shot the bag.
Moving on. Real quick, Brett Favre came out and said that he's diagnosed with Parkinson's. So obviously, there's been a lot of interesting news around Brett Favre over the last few years. But at the end of the day, man, I mean, look, I'm not a terrible person. I'm not going to sit here and say good for somebody to get such a debilitating diagnosis. So, my thoughts and prayers go out to him. It's definitely going to be a battle, challenge, but if he has a good structure around him, I'm sure he'll be fine. So, shouts to Brett Favre for that.
Can I say a Brett Favre memory?
Yes.
You don't mind? I went to a game, Jets versus the Chiefs when he was.
That was 2003.
Nope, it wasn't. It was not. It was 2008.
2008. Oh, it was 2008.
2008. It's okay.
He's still in the Jets 08?
He was in his first year in the Jets.
Oh,
Playing the
08.
Chiefs.
Wow.
Best seats I ever had in my house, my life, thanks to Revis. I'm not gonna say how, whatever. And I'm talking about it's like the last drive, couple seconds left. I'm in the back end zone. Touchdown pass to Lavernius Coles. The Brett Favre run after. Shit was priceless, bro. So I mean, salute.
He
to
had
him.
a very his first 11 games with
That
the
shit was
Jets,
a
man.
good run.
They were 8-3 until he tore the quad or whatever it was.
Shit was a good run.
Lat. So
it set us up for Mark. It set us up for a lot of shit.
Set us
that
up for
year.
Mark,
It
Rex
set-
Ryan,
Yep.
AFC title games.
Us? You said us?
Huh?
You said us?
No, I said it set them up.
You said us.
I did not.
You said us.
I would never say us.
You said us. All right, cool.
I would never say us.
We're gonna play back.
But shouts to Brett Favre. He had some good memories, man, as a player. One of the best quarterbacks of all time. I don't care what nobody says.
listen, dick pics aside, like he
Facts.
was a good guy, bro.
Facts.
And he started a trend that people do, and I don't condone it, but maybe he just first got to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
And if it was the first guy, it's Brett from Something About Mary.
there's some other stuff that he did, but we're not gonna talk about
Yeah,
that.
no.
After the break, is Travis Kelce washed?
Yo, this is Cigar Gents and Gals. I want to give a shout out to my boy Barry for All Even Podcast. Keep doing your thing, bro. Killing it.
Welcome back, y'all. Travis Kelce is, would you call him a global superstar at this point? He's close. He's dating a global icon. He's a 3-time Super Bowl champion. One of his good friends is literally, arguably, they've said that he's one of the greatest, if not the greatest quarterback of all time.
Kermit the Frog.
Yes, him and his brother have a successful podcast, right?
The mother's famous for soup.
Mother's famous. But he is 36 years old at this point. And, he's not really complaining about his lack of touches in the offense for the first 3 games of the season. But everybody else is noticing that Travis Kelce doesn't look like Travis Kelce. So let's go ahead and go look at his stats for the first 3 games, obviously. You got first game against the Ravens, 3 catches, 34 yards. Second game against Cincinnati, 1 catch, 5 yards. Third game against Atlanta, 4 catches, 30 yards. So I want to hear your thoughts before I go into my spiel, Claw.
All right.
Do you think that Travis Kelce is old?
No.
Or is it just one of those things where it's just kind of, it's a flow of the offense thing and he'll get his rhythm eventually?
I think that offense has a whole lot of new pieces, new options, what they didn't have before. He was their bailout when they needed on a third in this or a second in this for years. And he was the number one option. Right now, you got Rice who's still there. They have Worthy, solid. They have, who was the other wide receiver they have? They still have Ben, some shit like that.
They got Scantlin over there.
Yeah. So it's like they have pieces. Like he has actual wide receivers to throw the ball to. So it's a different dynamic. The run game hasn't, they lost Pacheco. So it's a lot of pieces that, he may be blocking a little bit more. He may be not as open because he's still the number one target. These guys are going to get the touches. It's equivalent to, I feel like CJ Stroud having the book out. Like everybody knows, all right, well, you know what? Cover 87. And then once we cover 87, the rest of the shit, you know what I mean? We don't give a fuck if we get, the new guy to get it. We just want to knock down 87. So he's the number one. He's a go-to. He's not going to get no touch. But I feel like as the offense opens up, then he'll start getting his, and it'll be those, third quarter touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody blown coverage and he's shit. We left 87 open. Like that's the target always on his back.
Okay, I don't disagree with that take. I think it was a very well thought out take. I'm gonna go the other way though. I think that Travis Kelce is at a point in his life where is football really important to him at this point? I mean, think about what he's accomplished in his career.
Mhm.
He's a 3-time Super Bowl champion. There's not a lot of people that can be able to say that. He can be the first person to be a part of a three-peat in football. Three-peats in sports is
Rare.
impossible, right? They're very rare, exactly. He's literally discussed as being the best tight end of all time. He has every record, right? He's dating the global icon that is Taylor Swift, right? That's already opening up a lot more opportunities for him outside of football. And on top of that, he just signed a $100 million podcast deal with his brother. So at this point, all of those things I just mentioned, it would be natural for someone to not have the fire that he normally would have because his playing days are starting to wind down. He sees the tunnel. He sees the end, right? He has less games in front of him than he has behind him. So at this point, yeah, I think that in his mind, he's still locked in, maybe. Or his body is still locked in, maybe. But his mind is kind of like, I don't know. We'll see what this football thing goes. We'll see how I feel after a year. And then we're going to get into a situation where it's going to be year to year with him. Where it depends on how he feels and whatever decision his family makes and blah, 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 and all that other stuff, right? The same jargon that we normally get from guys that are literally at the end. But what does he have to play for? There's not much that Travis Kelce hasn't done. So for me, I look at it more of like, he's okay with playing the back now offensively because I don't think the fire is there. And I'm not saying that he doesn't want to compete because people are always going to misconstrue that, right? Misconstrue what I'm saying. And we're like, oh, you saying that Travis... No, I'm not saying that he's not a competitor, but there's a different level of competition when you are at the apex and when you're almost at the end. There's a complete difference. Yes, sir.
I got a scenario right now. Like let's say like you're Travis Kelce, right? And you just had a long game. You didn't do too hot. You know, you get home,
right?
About to shower,
sore.
Yeah, you shower. Yeah, you shower. You just took that hot that Rocky shower. Remember the Rocky shower? Right. It was like, I don't know if I could do this shit no more. And then Taylor Swift comes out the shower too, and she's looking like a fucking wood board that's just wet in the rain because
just flat.
There's nothing there. And she goes, I said, what's wrong, babe? And he's like, I don't know, man. I don't think I got it. You know what do you think she says next? Does she say, come fuck this board? Or does she
Maybe she doesn't say anything. Maybe you just hear sounds.
Because skinny joints,
right?
They take it.
Facts.
Take it deep. So I don't know, man.
That's what. But that's you're playing into my point.
I don't know what that story had to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you played into my point. Like he's at a point where he's just like, yo, life is really good. Like it's for an athlete, it's good. But he's really good. You kind of got to
lose something to be like,
right.
Man.
It's kind of like when Rocky became the champion and he was doing all these commercials and he kind of lost his edge and Clubber Lang came in was like, hey boy, like, you know what I mean? Like he gave him that edge again. He had to find it. Travis Kelce at this point, where's the edge?
You got to find a reason.
There's no edge. He just won 2 Super Bowls, back-to-back Super Bowls, right? $100 million podcast deal on his off days. Dating Taylor Swift. Getting flown around the world. Istanbul. Like $10,000 rooms.
Free.
And then you get to play football on Sundays? This is just icing on the cake for him at this point. And he's 30. Come on. I can understand why the production is low. Yeah. Yeah,
But
I'm just here.
It's still early though. Like I said,
It is still
I lean
early.
into the offense is not the same offense.
It ain't.
He ain't the go-to receiver.
Right.
They're on him. Like Worthy's gonna get open. Somebody else is gonna get open because of the fact that
I gotta play devil's advocate.
I know it's
do.
cool. Hey, it's a good movie too.
Yes.
Constantine was good too, right?
It was very
It
good.
was really good.
Yeah.
But it's I just feel like I'm still. And we had this whole debate before, and I said it. Nobody listened to me. The Kansas City Chiefs are the new Patriots.
Oh yeah,
They are. So last year I didn't see the Patriots winning the Super Bowl. I mean, the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. I didn't see it until, oh shit, they're gonna fucking do this shit because they get hot and they get that route, and they got all the Sunday night games and they got all the primetime games. They're gonna cook. As it gets cold, they didn't know how to play in the cold. You'll see it, bro. It's just what comes with it.
All right, so
When clutch comes down to clutch, he's
what
gonna get it.
week would you start to change?
I'm going week 8.
So if week 8 he still hasn't upped his production,
yeah, then
now you start to sound the
without
alarm.
an injury, of course.
Right.
Then you have to be like, all right, he ain't fucking, he's gone. But
okay, that's
I feel
fair.
like about week 8, because look, even in fantasy, there's tons of fucking people I dropped, and I'm like, yo, had a good first week. I had to drop them second, third week, fourth week, and cooking. I'm like, oh shit, you can't even determine trends right now. But you know how football works. It's fucking week 4 already.
I get you.
Shit is over. It's like it's already over. 2 weeks, bye start.
Yeah.
Or maybe next week's bye start. I don't even know. The buys are coming. At that point, before the first London game, shit is upside down.
Yeah. Moving on. Dolphins, real quick, they're not looking to replace Tua.
Respect it.
Listen, they've been very loyal to this kid from day one. You know, through his struggles, through his physical struggles, him being injury prone and stuff like that, through the concussions. Tua's their guy. And I understand that standpoint, but is it kind of reckless to not hedge your bet as a franchise?
Nah, they're gonna. You know what it is? If he's out and they lose, they're gonna lose out and then replace him. Sure, it looked like they stuck with him, but realistically, you just played the game. I think they're prepared to do that.
Are they going to get him a new helmet?
They gotta do something.
They just got him a helmet.
They gotta do something, bro.
Didn't they get him a Tua helmet last in the offseason?
They need to put some fuzzy dice in that bitch and too.
Like, come on now.
They need to. You know who they need to get? Who has safest cars? I think like Volvo has the safest cars. Like, let Volvo design his helmet.
Yeah.
Or Subaru. Right?
Or let the people that test.
In the Volvo. The entire other car crumple the back of the Volvo. You would have thought it was just parked there.
Let
It was impressive.
Let people who test the crash dummies.
Crash test dummies.
Yeah.
Wasn't that show on Fox back in the day?
Fire.
Which is good.
And the toys was fire because they used to break
apart.
Yeah, son, it was fire.
Remember the car? The cars.
And the crash dummies used to get thrown as projectiles out of the car. Like we had some wild toys as children.
Up toys.
Like you couldn't pass that right now.
You wouldn't get married with children.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nowadays.
Yeah, that wouldn't pass. That wouldn't
the
pass.
Shit he was saying. Like,
that wouldn't pass. Al Bundy's a fucking hero.
He's the best, man.
He is.
No, ma'am.
He's a hero. But yeah, we'll see what happens with Tua. I've said my piece about Tua. People would drag me through.
Yeah, I mean, look, Skylar Thompson.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Is the guy they got rid of Mike White? Who's the other guy?
Mike White.
I remember somebody else they got. They're down to lose out. They already know what to expect, and then it looks like they did the right thing.
Right.
So,
right.
Fuck you, man.
So yeah, I mean, look, we'll see what happens. I think Josh Allen. Yeah, Josh Allen got bagged.
Yeah.
I think he got caught. He got caught being a little bit too candid. Said that, oh yeah, it's great not having like a. They use the word superstar, or it was more of like a diva thing. Let me get the actual quote because I don't want to paraphrase here. I want to get the exact quote. So Allen told reporters that he has love for 14 and they're trying to manufacture a level of tension, right? But here's the actual quote that he said. He said, when speaking about the passing attack, he was asked, And he said that it's fun. It's a fun and wonderful thing when you got a bunch of guys that don't care about the stats. So, mind you, Diggs just left. There's been tension on this team for many years with Stefon Diggs in the offense. And even if there wasn't no tension between Josh Allen and Diggs, there was always tension between Diggs and the OC or the head coach, right? That made everything very uncomfortable. So for a quarterback to say this, now granted, he might not have been directing the comment at Diggs and trying to be passive aggressive or throwing a shot or a subliminal, right? But as a quarterback, when something like that happens and some person has been traded or removed from your actual locker room in your organization, and you go ahead and say these words, put these words together, it does look kind of crazy, right? So as a quarterback, you have to be careful about what you say. This is why people need to actually go to the school of Tom Brady, because Tom Brady gave you nothing and spoke for half hour and literally gave you nothing to speak about. So I think Josh Allen, at some point you have to learn that if you're the quarterback, whatever you say is going to be front page, is going to be blasted on the TVs, is going to be blasted in the newspapers, is going to be blasted on columns. Give them nothing to speak about. When they ask you about the offense, instead of saying that, you can say, yeah, I love the core guys that we have here. I think what we're doing is very special in regards to guys are maturing. They understand their roles. They know exactly where they have to be and all these things. So, you know, we're understanding the offense and we're executing to the best of our ability. There's nothing in there that even can give somebody an opening or a window to even mention a Stefon Diggs. But when you go ahead and say, oh yeah, you know, these guys that there's no, like, come on now, like, you got to be better than that.
We live in an era of people being petty bitches,
right?
At the end of the day, you got, but only a leader is gonna think of doing some shit like that. And I don't know if Josh Allen's a leader.
He's getting there.
I don't see it. I feel like they give you the ball, you're making it. You don't know how to lead your guys, and that's why you can't get over the hump. If you were a leader, you get there. You would have been. There's no reason why they ain't been in the dance in the past 4 years, bro.
I mean, they lost to the Chiefs. One year.
But they leave. There was one game they should have fucking did it. There's no reason why. It was a shootout. That was the fucking one of the game
of the year.
Game of
the century.
Games
against the Chiefs.
The fucking shootout of all shootouts. And you can't close even when it wasn't. I just feel like, I don't know, man. It's like it's too much on his plate, realistically. You could even say, hey, look, you know, I love what the new guys are doing. If you want to send a shot, I love what my new guys are doing. You know, the guys that are stepping up, da-da-da-da-da. No, that's your shot right there. Fuck the past. I got new guys that replaced you. That's what Green Bay would do about Aaron Rodgers. They won't say it. Oh, yeah, we got that new thing, bro. You don't worry about that old ass bit. Like, they're good with what they have, but they'll say things in that order that, you know, they're happy where they are right now.
You say things that don't, like I said, you don't give somebody an opening to speculate.
1,000%. You just open it at shots.
You nip it in the bud, and he did not nip it in the bud. So now you have to go ahead and do damage control, and
too late.
You know.
Now you're gonna look crazy.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna leave yourself open for shots, because it's like, y'all better keep doing what y'all doing, because if you don't, and we play, they're gonna play each other too.
I'm sure
they are, because we play them.
Okay.
So it's coming. It's you better hope that he don't torch the shit out of y'all, because then he's, and I never forget what that catch that made him famous, bro, when he was playing for the Vikings against
against the Saints.
Against the Saints, bro. That shit made him who he is. So leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. But yeah, that to me, I didn't like. And granted, again, I don't think that he did it on purpose. But as a quarterback, you have to be very, very mindful about what you say, how you say it, when you say it, where you say it, and how it comes off to the people that you're giving the information to. Week 4 predictions. Who we got? Let's see. We're going to pull up the list. We are not going to take too much time with this. We're just going to run through it. God damn it. I'll tell you that much. All right. We got Jets and Broncos. Broncos on the road. Jets are at home. Jets are -7.5. Do you like that spread?
It's kind of crazy, but let's do it.
Too high?
It's kind of high.
Yeah, I think I will take the Jets. I'll take the 39.5 though. I think I'll take the over.
I think they'll torch them though.
Yeah, I think the Jets may have a chance to beat the hell out of them.
Yeah.
Vikings Packers. This is gonna be a good game. NFC North matchup.
What is this, like a 4 o'clock game? 4 o'clock?
No, so 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, really?
3-0 Vikings against the 2-1 Packers, and Jordan Love may be available to play in this game, which
that means
changes
play
everything.
Reed, guys. Play Reed.
And that's why I think the Green Bay's -2.5 on the road. I still got Minnesota winning. I think Sam Darnold's on his revenge tour. I think the defense is playing excellent over there.
They are.
The running game, they really have some depth there. And I think Sam Darnold knows exactly what his assignment is. Don't turn the football over and make sure that you're making big throws.
I think for Green Bay to be successful, you know what I'm saying? Love had to been playing a couple weeks in order to get this footing. Only played, one?
Yep.
So far. So realistically, I mean, I'm going, what's the name on this? I'm going Vikings.
All right. Saints and Falcons. Falcons are at home. They're -3.
Division game.
Yeah. I was impressed with the Falcons, but the Saints are a really good team. So I got the Saints winning this game.
I'm with you on that too.
Eagles and Buccaneers. This is a good game.
Toss up.
It's a good game.
Toss up. I'm going Bucks because of the fact that Eagles will make a mistake to fucking lose the game.
Yeah, because they got Jalen Hurts, of course.
Fucking A.
Yeah, I got the Bucks. I like what Baker's doing.
I love the energy over there.
Yeah, I love the energy over there.
Damn
Philly's
good.
-2, but I got the Bucks winning at home.
Damn good.
Bengals and Panthers. My goodness, somebody got to win this game. Now, granted,
skip it.
No, we can't. Cincinnati's -4.5 on the road. But look, Andy Dalton is over there, right?
That's a fact. Hey,
the Red Rifle.
There's a story there.
Is there?
There's a story
Oh,
there.
he goes. He faces his old team, right?
Got to kill him.
Now that offense looked great. 1 week removed from Bryce Young being benched, so I don't know, man. Bengals look really bad, and
you know what
if this is Andy Dalton led Carolina, I think I'm going Panthers.
I'm telling you this. I'm telling you right now. Ever since your man did the Cody Rhodes to his hair, shit ain't been the same over there.
I mean, you got to remember too, the Bengals are a dumpster fire organization.
Been that. But they had a good run. But guess what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
It's over. Going Panthers.
Jaguars, Texans. Jaguars are 0-3 as they should be. Houston's -6 at home. I got the Houston Texans because BoJack Horseman has looked like dog shit. Complete dog shit.
I'm with that.
He's looked like complete dog shit.
What he needs to do is leave that team, go to San Francisco.
I don't think he's that good though.
Learn how to fucking be a quarterback.
Yeah.
And then come back.
I don't think he's good, man. I just don't. You notice that the 2 Clemson quarterbacks are struggling in the NFL right now.
Clemson.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That's my shit.
Steelers and Colts. Steelers are 3-0. Colts are at home. Steelers are -2.5 on the road. Yeah, give me Pittsburgh.
Give me Pittsburgh.
Give me Pittsburgh.
You know I didn't know who was over there.
Who?
Fucking Cordell Patterson.
Yeah.
God bless him. Got my vote.
Rams, Bears. Give me Rams.
I don't know, man.
Caleb Williams has not looked good.
Listen, Bears.
Rams are banged up though.
Rams are
very banged up.
Yep, and I got the Bears D, baby.
Bears
they was looking
defense.
like something last week, and your man Keenan Allen back.
Okay.
And Cole Kmet.
Commanders, Cardinals. Like the Cardinals offense. I like Marvin Harrison Jr., but that boy Jaden Daniels is really good.
Something nice.
Yeah, he's good.
Eckler's out with a concussion.
Never care about Eckler.
Hey, watch your mouth.
I'm going Commanders.
I'm going Commanders too.
I got Commanders.
I feel like this is their rise game, and it's time. McLaurin's time, bro.
Yeah.
He needs that shot.
We got Patriots and 49ers. Both teams are struggling. Both teams are pretty decent defensively, but the 49ers are banged up.
Banged up.
They still have San Francisco -10 That's wild. That's a wild spread.
Crazy.
It's a wild spread.
I mean, was that with Purdy or without Purdy?
With
'Cause
Purdy.
Purdy just got cleared.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got the Patriots.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah.
I got the Patriots pulling this one out. Call me crazy.
Fuck that. You're crazy.
I don't like the Niners.
You know what? But I'm not gonna do it because I feel like the Jets are a better team than the Patriots. I'm not gonna give the Patriots the opportunity to fucking. Are they starting Drake May?
No.
I heard they are though.
I hope they don't.
I feel like they're gonna fucking ruin their life and do it. But realistically, I mean, I think the 49ers can bring it together.
I mean, look,
The Patriots are not a good team right now.
Patriots are bad offensively. They're
bad.
really bad.
So it's not like
They made the Giants look like the 2000 Rams.
Yeah, or the 2008 Giants.
Yeah.
I say that to say I don't know. I think the 49ers are banging out. Kittle's playing, Purdy's playing. No CMC, but you got that kid. What's the name? Came up. Jennings has come up.
Jennings is good.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I think if they can get defensive stops, same way the Jets did, if they can abuse the run the same way they did against the Jets, and I think you have an opportunity.
Fair. Browns and Raiders. Raiders are at home. Browns are minus 2.5 on the road. These are two bad teams.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna lean anyway, I'm definitely gonna go Raiders because I think the Browns are a dumpster fire. I think they are.
Yeah, I think the money they spent for Deshaun Watson was just money they spent with Deshaun Watson.
I think there's an out clause that they have too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think the Raiders are due for something. I think you know what it is. It's like, no, wait, hold on, no Devontae Adams.
No Devontae,
No
but that
Devontae
that
Adams.
means
So,
that somebody else is gonna step up.
Brock Browers. I don't know. Maybe it could be the time, but I don't know. I would really say. I gotta say Browns.
Okay, you going Browns?
I think Browns might just squeeze it out. It'll be a shit show, but
Chiefs Chargers. Chargers at home. Chiefs are minus 7.5 on the road. I mean, look, Patrick Mahomes has not looked good for these three games. He hasn't.
Yeah.
He hasn't looked good in the regular season even last year. He's had some good games, but overall, he's just very, very average. Playoff Mahomes is something
It's a different game. December Mahomes.
Yeah, December Mahomes is something different. But, you know, I want to see him put together a string of good games where he's playing good quarterback. And, you know, I don't know if this is going to be the game for him to do that because you got Harbaugh, you have a whole bunch of different things where that guy can be able to scheme. So, you know, we'll see.
I think Chargers defense got better definitely in this season. But I would suggest, I think, what's the name's playing too? Herbert is playing.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel that Herbert and the Chargers are due for one against these guys. I don't even know if they have many, if they have any, against them because they're in the same division and they're usually the bottom of it when it comes down to it. I think they're due for one against these guys.
All right, we'll see. And here is my locker game of the week. Bills, Ravens. Ravens are at home. Ravens are minus 2.5 at home. This is an interesting game. Obviously, the Bills are flying high offensively. Josh Allen looks good. The Ravens do have some offensive struggles. Obviously, they got right against the Cowboys because everybody does except the Giants. But I think Buffalo just looks like the more well-oiled machine at this point. So if you're going to put your money on something, put it on Josh Allen over 260 yards, 2 touchdowns, and them being able to hold the Ravens under 25 points. I can see that happening.
Hoorah.
Thoughts?
I'm gonna go the other way. I think that the Ravens would kind of pull it out against them, humble these guys. My opinion.
Interesting.
Derrick Henry is something over there. He got one off last week.
It was against the damn Cowboys.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
It doesn't matter. It's a fucking Henry run. It's people getting shoved into themselves. People getting thrown into next year. It's once you start that shit, and he's like, oh yeah, I can still do this shit. And then once you can't stop that, you can't stop the Wildcat. You can't stop anything else. So the person that needs to step up for the Ravens is Mark Andrews. He's kind of quiet over there. He's usually a go-to. But Zay Flowers is getting that touch over there. So, hey, listen, guys, you got to figure it out. I think that. You think this. It is what it is.
All right. And now we have the double Monday night game, which I don't like. I really don't like that. And the fact that they played the games almost at the same time.
It's stupid. And they should just go back and forth. Or, and then it messes up Monday Night Raw.
Right.
Like, you can't watch everything.
Instead of having double Monday night games, why don't you have a Friday night game or something like that?
I like the Friday night. It was really fun.
Yeah.
I
Friday
really like that.
Friday night's a great night for football. Titans and Dolphins. Dolphins are at home. Titans are on the road. Dolphins are -1 at home.
It's not even worth a Monday night game.
Yeah, you got,
who's
Will
the quarterback?
Levis against Skylar Thompson.
Skylar Thompson.
Watch that.
Where's OBJ?
Who cares?
Ever since that Bieber footage.
You gotta relax.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I got the Dolphins winning this game, but they're not gonna be impressive because they're gonna have their own offensive woes. They have some injuries as well, but I think they have enough to be able to beat those lowly Titans. Because what do the Titans have at this
defense?
point?
Titans have a defense.
Yeah, but they ain't got nothing else.
And that's it. I think the defense wins you football game. Now, hey, I'm going for the upset. And
you got Titans?
I got Titans.
Okay. Seahawks and Lions finish out the week. Lions are at home. Lions are -3.5 at home. Seahawks are 3-0. It's so crazy that Geno Smith and Sam Darnold are 3-0. 6-0 combined.
Some of it's your fault.
Ex-Jets.
Some of it's your fault.
What, for Geno?
Yeah, that's your fault.
How?
That blood is on your hands.
I left because he was there.
And hey, listen, look at him now. So I say that to say that's a toss up, but I'm gonna go Lions.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Lions, man.
That's fair. I'm going Lions as well.
Yeah.
Well, that is the week 4 picks. Let's see how we do. After the break, my irrelevant news of the week. Welcome back, y'all. Damn it, did I have my glasses off this whole time? God, gracious. Welcome back, y'all. Now it's time for my irrelevant news of the week.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the... I mean, they stink.
Every week, I go ahead and find some interesting stories. Here's the first one. Male sex worker turns over alleged Diddy tape to the feds. So, how do you feel about this one, Claude?
What was he doing?
He was making sex tapes.
With who?
With Diddy.
Alleged.
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't count.
What do you mean it don't count?
Diddy sold his own, apparently as per Jaguar. Right, let me give her credit. He sold his own shit on the dark web for $500 million because it has everybody on it.
Oh, so people who you don't think is on it?
So Diddy got that crypto and that stash money. He gonna beat this case, baby. What the fuck is you talking about?
What do you feel about this, Silent Assassin?
Personally, I feel like with Diddy, no matter if he gets off or not, he's gonna be offed. So.
They're gonna get him. Either way.
And I'm not the Diddy fan, so I can't continue further. But it's just my opinion.
Respect. Jimmy?
She's on the tapes.
About Diddy?
Yes.
Yeah, I just feel like he's probably they're gonna Epstein him.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Seems like the course of action they always take.
Now here's a question. Can I elaborate?
Yes.
Okay. Now, y'all generation, like you guys are younger than, you know what I mean, the barrister and myself. Unfortunately, this is the norm for you. Like, this is not hit to a certain point where you're like, do you accept the bullshit that's gonna go on with this and be like, because you see the trend already. You base it off of what's gonna happen. Oh, they got him. It's a wrap. He's not gonna make it, but he's probably gonna rat on everybody and tell the truth on what really happened. And how does this not affect y'all as far as becoming not so much, I don't want to say adults, but like actual civil people in this climate? Or do you just accept the atrocities that just come to life? That was a packed question, by the way.
Loaded.
Claws back, baby.
Loaded question.
We know, obviously, everyone kind of knows that stuff happens and it's not going to stop. And I feel like even with Epstein, like, who else really went down besides him in that situation? You know what I mean? Nobody. So Diddy is going to be the same, like, cause. He's going to go down. Everybody's still out here living like nothing happened. So.
Sir.
Oh, so what was the question again?
I fucking remember. I'm going to repeat it.
Oh, yeah,
it's not that type of show, bro. You should get one shot of answering shit.
So many words I don't know.
Did he do it? Did he not, bro?
Yeah, he was definitely doing it.
All right, cool.
Something was going on.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
But he's just like one of, probably hundreds of. There's probably 1,000 Diddy's out there, but once they need to get rid of him, then it becomes Diddy. Right, next 2 months it could be like Selena Gomez. I don't know, just random example.
Relax.
Random ass example. It could be anybody,
I ain't gonna lie. I go to Selena Gomez freak off. I go to that.
Yo,
I ain't gonna hold you.
Diddy looks like a power bottom.
How do you know what that looks like? How do you know what that looks like?
I'm just saying the type of people.
How do you know what that looks like?
I don't.
So what are you saying that for?
Because
retract it?
No, I'm not gonna retract it.
So why are you saying that?
Because it's just
you can't say that unless you have proof. Where's your proof?
Allegedly.
Wasn't there almost
I don't even want to know your proof. Huh?
Wasn't there like almost 800 thingalings found?
Racks.
Yeah, nah. Yo, listen.
All right. Is that alleged or they found it?
Here's the thing, bro. I'm gonna give you
No.
I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this on Diddy. He may or may not like the backdoor action. And if he does, he does.
That's what I'm saying.
In his defense, right? If it is true and all this shit is true, then he was telling people, yo, Lo, what's up, man? Yo, I'll change your life.
He was being honest.
Hey, I'll change your life, but you going to take this.
Listen,
pause.
Take that. He was telling
you. He was going to tell you who? French Montana, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, Meek Mill. I heard the audio.
I ain't gonna lie.
Gross.
There was a video that they put up. It was crazy. You didn't even realize these things when it was happening. So it was in the I think it was either the More Money, More Problems video or the Can't Nobody Hold Me Down video. And he was Mace is in the camera. And Diddy's behind Mace. And Diddy's not looking at the camera. He's looking at Mace. But he's not looking at Mace. He's looking behind Mace. And he's just focused on it, dancing.
It was Can Nobody Hold Me Down.
Yo, that's nasty work.
Can I do
right.
Dudes that love me?
Right.
And
yo, he was just looking at Mace's backside the whole time. That's wild.
I'm not gonna say her name, right? But she was reading this book.
Right.
She was listening to the Kim Porter book, which is potentially not true, apparently, from what I'm hearing. Just listening to that shit was
traumatizing.
Fucking gross. And then it talks about in the sections that I heard her listening to, and I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm like, the fuck is that shit? That shit is disgusting. Like, it's pure grossness. And it's granted from Kim Porter's point of view, and they talk about how he comes with the idea of, well, why is Biggie gonna leave me? If he leaves me, then everything I put into him, he's gonna walk away with that. That can't happen. And the decision just gets made like some early morning. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. And then there's other shit in there that's just extremely gross. And you say all this to say, like, yo, if it was really like that, it's like that, right? But it's fucking disgusting. Like, it's extremely bad. So we got TV to watch. It's better than the Young Thug trial. But I feel like if he takes a stand, he's going to be like, you with the Giants hoodie.
Yeah.
And you with the hair. And you with the glasses and the red shirt. Actually, him. He did it all. Him.
Don't worry about anybody else. That guy.
2 different colored socks. It was definitely him.
Yeah.
He did it all. Backwards.
So, moving on. Son of Donald Trump's alleged would-be assassin, Ryan Ruth, arrested for child, you know what?
But how?
That's a conspiracy.
That's what I'm saying. See, this is where you guys get into play now.
They put that on him?
On the son, not on the alleged shooter.
Son.
You know
Yeah.
what they did? You know the Vegas shooter? You know what they found on his brother's computer too?
No.
Same thing. Wait, once they get a family member who's close who might say something, they're like,
Oh,
ruin his reputation, throw him in jail.
man. Nasty work.
That's what I think.
Nasty work. Listen, I'm siding with you, Jimmy. That's where I'm going. All right. That's where I'm going. It just seems a little bit.
But he won't go with me.
Or maybe they just check everybody's.
I'm asking.
Everybody's thing. And
What you asking, bro? Are you really ready to step on this side and really figure out what happens when the dark gets darker than dark and the light gets brighter than supernovas?
Just go ahead and make your point, sir.
It's messed up world we live in, man. You got it. That's all I got to say about that.
or maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe they just check everybody's.
I mean, look.
He's just a pedophile, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
when it comes to that, they gotta get them all. Get them all.
Somebody gotta get something.
Get them all. Right? I don't care who it is, but I mean, if there's two, and they're following the same pattern, it's like, I don't know. But at the same time, there are many, out there. I'm just saying, nasty work. I'm just saying, it's just. There's places that are trying to normalize that shit. Like, how can you ever?
Like here or a different?
No,
countries?
not
I
here.
was gonna
But
say.
like, there's other places in the United States that are trying to normalize
not
it.
here, but here though.
Right.
Not here. You're thinking not in this township, or maybe, but no. There's shit going down.
But there's places that are really trying to normalize
like
that
there's
shit.
churches for this shit. Like,
Yeah.
type shit. Like the same energy you would give. You know what I mean?
Facts.
What's the normalization? Like it's.
Like it's okay.
Culture. It's really it's fucking.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wild. Moving on.
I showed you the picture, man. Come on, it's going down.
Moving on. All right. You guys may think I'm a little insensitive, or I don't care, because it bothered me. CNN interviews elementary schoolers and asks for their thoughts on Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. So.
When you hear the name Kamala Harris?
Liar. What's the first word that pops into your head when you hear Donald Trump?
Pure evil. Which one do you think is more selfish?
Like selfish, probably her.
Kamala Harris?
Yeah, because girls are a little bit dramatic sometimes.
Donald Trump, he's given his life and his heart. She even shook hands with Mr. Trump to greet him before the debate, started the debate, which is pretty kind of when you're going against your opponent.
What's the first word that pops into your head?
All right. Listen, I am notorious for attacking children on the show in regards to things that they say and do. I don't care, right? I don't care. If you're a person, you're going to get criticized. Those two middle children, they're done. They got no futures. No futures. I don't care what's going on here, because at the end of the day, you're going to talk about Kamala Harris is the one that's crazy because she's a woman. What? Aren't you a woman? What are we talking about here? And then the other girl, she over here talking about Donald Trump lives this life. What? What type of brainwashing you getting at home? What's going on here? These are 5-year-olds.
Do they not know what Donald Trump does?
Probably not. Probably not. Depends on the household you live in, right?
Yeah.
Some people may have a statue in their house worshiping this man, this orange creature from outer space. It's crazy. And furthermore, I'd like to say this. CNN, what are you interviewing children for? They ain't got no vote. By the time they got to vote, Donald Trump will be in the ground. Long time. What are we talking about here? What do I care about what this 6th grade got to say?
They don't got no opinions in this. So
At all.
matter, yeah.
All they doing is regurgitating their stupid parents' opinions. That's what they doing. You ain't hear that girl? Oh, Donald Trump is, he sacrificed all of his, what? What do you think is the mother or the father that gave her that information? What do you think?
Both.
Probably depending on where they live.
Depending on where they live, right.
That makes all the difference.
Makes all the difference. So yeah, I don't care. I don't care if you're a 5-year-old, 6th grader. If you say something stupid, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I don't care. I don't care. People gonna be, oh, that's so sensitive. They're children. They don't have what? Don't say it. They go to school. They have nice schools. They got good school. Hopefully, they got good parenting, but obviously not. Obviously not. Now, I'm not even saying that you can't support MAGA, but just don't be crazy, right? You can be a Republican. Just don't be crazy. There's a difference. That's what I'm saying. That is my irrelevant news.
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the? I mean, they stink.
I'm gonna go ahead and compound some stories together. Shouts to Tony Allen for getting his jersey retired. Tony Allen's one of the great defenders in NBA history. He's gonna get his jersey retired with the Memphis Grizzlies, as he should, because he was one of the most important figures in that franchise. He was kind of one of the pillars of kind of jump-starting that franchise back and having an identity. They had a tough guy, hard-nosed, blue-collar type of attitude that they had for those years, man. So shouts to Tony Allen, man. Really, really great player. Shouts to Vince Carter. I think Vince Carter getting his jersey retired with the Toronto Raptors as well as the Brooklyn Nets.
Culture.
I think, yeah. When you think about the impact that Vince Carter had on basketball, there would be no Canada scene in regards to all of these Canadian basketball players coming out of the woodwork if it wasn't for Vince Carter. Vince Carter started that entire movement in Canada. He was called Air Canada for a reason. The dunks, the highlights, the great play. Obviously, they didn't win a championship, but the impact of having such a great player. And then, obviously, they ended up parting ways, and it wasn't a great parting. They had some bad blood there. He went to Brooklyn, played very, very well for Brooklyn. I think that, there was some talk where they thought that Vince Carter was kind of not the same player he used to be. And he went to Brooklyn, was just like, hold my beer. I'm still gonna be that guy. I'm still that dude. I can still perform at a high level. So the fact that he's gonna be able to get his jersey retired in both places, salute to him. What a great player. He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. In October, he's gonna be jersey retired. He's gonna have 3 of the coolest events within the same year that not many people can have. And that is a respect to him. Moving on. Derrick Rose announces his retirement from the NBA. I think I really am kind of conflicted with his career, because some people say that, man, he's one of the most dynamic, explosive, great players we've ever seen, and that's true. But there's also that other side of it where it's just like, man, like, if he didn't get hurt, what would he have been, and what story could he have told? But then there's the other side of it that, yeah, although he was this great player, although he got hurt, he kind of rebuilt himself into a great player, a good role player, a guy that can be able to come in and be a microwave scorer and be a part of a lot of really effective benches and organizations. He played well for the Knicks. He played well for the Timberwolves. He played well for a bunch of teams. And, you know, I said that myself, that is he a Hall of Famer? I don't believe so. I think it'll be debatable for some people. For me, I don't think so. Maybe the MVP gets him over there. Maybe because he's the youngest MVP ever, it might get him over the top. But I enjoyed Derrick Rose's career. I think he was a really, really dynamic player, but he was more of a shooting star. Just came on the scene, did his thing, and he was just going. But shouts to him for being able to make that decision, not extending his career any longer and kind of, you know, having that type of sad swan song. You know, go out on your own terms. Go out because you think that it's time to go and not let a team make the decision for you. So shouts to Derrick Rose and shouts to a pretty interesting career. Hell, I'll take Derrick Rose over Russell Westbrook any day of the week. Any day of the week. I don't care. Don't care. Moving on. I possibly need to issue an apology. According to my friend, I don't apologize much.
Facts.
And thank you, Claw. And the reason why I say it, I don't apologize much, because I'm never wrong. But I am wrong here. I said that Zion, all he wants to do is shovel hot dogs and hamburgers into his face. And he doesn't really care about his conditioning. So he's going to continue to have this weight problem and end up not possibly having a lengthy NBA career. Well, I was wrong. Man looks slim, is in shape. His agent and his people are saying that the man might possibly come into camp 270 pounds, which if he does that, what can I say, right? All I can say is I apologize. But this is what you want to see out of athletes. You want to see guys take the initiative. You want to see guys say that, all right, cool, there is a problem. I'm at a crossroads in my career where I can be able to continue to do this nonsense, or I can actually get my act together and see if I can be able to, you know, really build my legacy and have impact on what I want to do. So shouts to Zion. I will admit it. I was wrong. You don't want to shovel hot dogs and hamburgers down your face. You want to shovel bird food down your face now and be able to stay in shape. So salute to you. That's fine. You and Claw can be able to pass food ideas between each other. That's all it is. Moving on. The Knicks. I left this story for last because the Knicks have made a trade. Claw. Your Knicks have made a trade.
They did.
You need to discuss this. What's up? Are you happy? DiVincenzo, Julius Randle, first round pick for Karl Anthony Towns.
I mean,
thoughts?
They feel the need, but I don't like that they got rid of the big ragu, bro.
Right, you like the Villanova guys, right?
The Nova boys, bro. Like that, breaking that up and put him to the offside, man, is shit. That's the only part of the deal that's just sour for everybody. I feel like most of the Knicks fans are like, wait, not him. Y'all could have got rid of something else, man. Like, but at the same time, too, though, we got a big.
We got a big
in the point guard.
Yeah, I was looking at this trade, and I went on the Knicks fan posts or blog posts, and Knicks fans they're kind of conflicted. There's some Knicks fans that are okay. There's some Knicks fans that are excited, but there's many Knicks fans that are not happy with this trade. Listen, if you're looking at it, they said that Karl Anthony Towns never requested a trade out of Minnesota. They just went ahead and traded him. They just said, "Oh, okay, hey, Cat, how you doing? Yeah, camp is Camp is a couple of days away. Yeah. Are you ready?
Are you coming?
How was everything? Oh yeah, you had a good vacation. Oh, gotcha. So I heard that you had an injury. Oh, you didn't have an. Oh, okay, got you. I heard that there was some issues with the fam. Oh, there was no issues with fam. Okay. I heard that you might have got your car. So there were no off-season issues. I see. Okay. We're gonna see you in a couple days, and we'll talk then. GM goes back on the phone. So there was no issues with Cat this offseason. So what's gonna be our excuse when we make this move? Randall, Steven. All right, yeah. Let's just do it. So I mean, look, if it works, they're gonna look like geniuses. If it doesn't work, it's going to be the typical Knicks move where they go for the big fish, they end up not doing what they have to do, and now the fans are unhappy. So I wanted them to go after Embiid. Maybe Embiid was not available, or maybe this is going to be a way for them to be able to get an Embiid later, because now maybe Philadelphia might be more interested in trading for a guy like this. I don't know. But I'm happy that Randall's gone. For Knicks fans, y'all got to be happy. I'm telling you right now. Randall's a good regular season guy, but playoffs, he ain't nothing. And I understand that Cat has given you nothing in the playoffs as well, but at least you have other pieces, and I think he fits better with his style of play. The fact that he can be able to shoot the three. He's not a great rebounder, but he can score in the low post as well. So I'm curious to see how it works, man. I really am curious to see how it works. After the break, Dummy of the Week. Who is it? I got one, and it's going to be a doozy after the break. Welcome back, y'all. Now it's time for the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Every week I go around the room and I ask, who is the Dummy of the Week? Claw, do you have one, sir?
I do, actually.
So there's some videos going around back and forth with like Drake's goons and Kendrick Lamar's goons dispersing in conversations, and I don't know. I think it's just the most dumbest shit on the fucking planet, because realistically,
what, a powwow?
No, just the fact that they're going on record saying, "Yo, I am such and such for such and such," and you know what I mean. Like, I'm just going back and forth. I'm saying things to make sure that I know it hits to the other side. And then the other side is clapping back. Associates of Kendrick Lamar are saying some other shit about them. It's just mad corny. Like, if these guys are really who they say they are, they shouldn't be in the camera talking about any of this shit at all. I think that's dummy. That's it.
Dummy, yeah.
Like, back in the day, the shooters were the shooters. And
Here's my thing. Drake, you lost. Just accept it and move on. You lost. Kendrick got it. It's all right. It's all right. The man's had one of the best years in hip-hop history, right? It's all right. Let it go. Let it go.
Dummy, yeah.
Jimmy the Super already got one?
I don't think so.
All right, that's fine.
No dummies this week.
That's fine. Sometimes a dummy arises, sometimes they don't. It's just the way it goes.
Normally something jumps out at me.
Yeah.
But I guess not this week.
Just the way it goes. Silence ass, what do you got?
I'm going with the Haitian official at the UN meeting, he's going for like a sip of water and grabs the whole pitcher and completely misses and dumps the water all over his suit and just got on his lips, licks his lips and puts the pitcher back down and continues.
That's
Nothing
my
happened.
Now here's my thing. You can't be that thirsty where you can't just ask somebody to bring over a glass or a bottle of water. You take the whole fucking jug. Like, that's what drunk people do, right? That's what drunk people do.
Yeah.
You have no inhibition. You're like, all right, I'm just, or you want ecstasy, you need to cool. Or you want ecstasy, you need to cool down, right? Come, what is he doing?
I don't know. Didn't even get like you could see like completely misses just all of his shirt and like the water droplet on his lip. He just licks it and then just continues.
You see, the thing is, and the messed up part is the fact that he's Haitian, right? That, like, you gotta do, at this point of what's going on in our society right now, Basically, y'all gotta be perfect, right? Y'all gotta be perfect. Don't have no hook, no hiccups, no nothing, and he go do this, right? Come on now. Ask for a bottle of water. Don't be a savage. Like, come on. That's crazy. That's like what my 6-year-old does, right? What we doing?
Yeah.
Dummy. Yeah.
I don't want to give it to him, but that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I have mine, and it's well earned. It is. May I have the drum roll, please? And the winner for Dummy of the Week, Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball gets my
Dummy. Yeah.
Now, here's my thing, right? I'm a Mets fan, and people are going to say this is sour grapes. I don't care. But it is something bad because all of a sudden, we got this hurricane thing, right? It passed. People that are safe, salute to y'all. The people that lost their lives, my prayers go out to your families. But here's my problem, is that when you see there's a situation going on, and there's a big series, and it has playoff implications for not just one team, for both teams that are in there. And instead of you saying, nah, I don't care that y'all don't want to play at a neutral location. I don't care that y'all not comfortable playing here. We gonna do this. You're the commissioner of the game. Make a decision. Because guess what's going to happen now? The Mets just lost to the Brewers, right? So we're having the last series of the season now, and then we're going to have a makeup doubleheader. What's going to happen if the Mets get swept by the Brewers this weekend? They're out, which means that playoff, it's gone. If they would have played the Braves and took 2 out of 3 from the Braves or swept them, right? Well, it had to be 2 out of 3, but if they took 2 out of 3, they would have been in control of their playoff destiny, right? They probably would have only needed 1 game against the Brewers to clinch. And now everything is different. With doing this, you fuck everything up. I just don't understand. Why does baseball and Rob Manfred continue to get it wrong? He can't be this dumb. Or maybe he is. I understand why he wants to step down now, because he probably looks at himself in the mirror and says, I can't do this. I can't. This is not a job for me. I want to go back to just being a lawyer. And I don't know who you defended. I wouldn't pay you no money. Not as an entertainment lawyer, not as no type. Injury lawyer, no. Don't want no parts of you. He's an idiot. You have to make the decision. I don't understand how hard that is. So now Met fans that are in Queens, they're miserable right now. We lost 2 games in a row. We now tie with the Braves. And now what? Now what? We gotta wait for a doubleheader to have a chance? This is a disaster. It literally is. He could have been able to nip this in the bud, get it going, organize it, have it at a neutral location. You'd have had the games and you'd have moved on. Now we'd be like, all right, cool. Now we have the last series. We see what's going on. But the momentum, he's completely killed the Mets' momentum. And I'm blaming Rob Manfred of Major League Baseball.
Dummy. Yeah.
The next one on the list is the Oakland A's. The Oakland A's, Major League Baseball and the ownership, they also get my
Dummy. Yeah.
Because this is an example of greed. This is an example of selfishness. This is an example of can't get right. They've been in Oakland for all of these years, and you trying to tell me that you couldn't get an arena or a stadium built? You didn't want to. That was the whole thing. The Golden State Warriors moved out of Oakland. Obviously, one of the great sports towns in our history. Have no sports teams anymore? What are we doing? Vegas is a good town. I'm not saying it's not. But are we really going to say that Vegas is this huge sports town for like diehard fans? Is it really? I don't know. But this is more of a greed thing. They don't even have an arena built. They don't have a stadium built yet. They're going to play in Sacramento for how many years? 2 years? Until the shit is built? Who goes to Sacramento? So poor people who are Oakland A's fans got to drive to Sacramento? But what are they going to be called? What are they going to be called? The Sacramento baseball team? What are we doing? I don't need every sport to have a Vegas team. I just don't. I don't need that. WNBA, I understand there was a market for that, right? Put it there. NFL, didn't need it. But I get it, right? The biggest sport out there, I understand that. Cool, put it in there. But baseball? In Vegas?
Gambling.
I don't like corporate greed. I don't like corporate greed at the mercy of the fans, because there's so many kids out there that are Oakland A's fans, young kids, and they probably started watching the Oakland A's this season or last year. And for them to not have a team to go to be able to go to the ballpark and enjoy that sucks. You know, every time you hear a organization or a sport talk about relocation, they're so excited about relocation that they never really talk about how it affects the people that you're moving that team out of that particular town. It sucks. And it's a disgrace. It's just like basketball. The Seattle Supersonics got moved out of there for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Give me a fucking break. Seattle should have a basketball team. Oakland should have a baseball team. And that's just the way it is. Shame on Major League Baseball. But at the end of the day, I'm not shocked. Everything you do is dumb. By increasing the base pads 2 years ago, all of a sudden Shohei is Ricky Henderson. Right? All of this shit. You change the way somebody swipes the bag. You change all of these things you've changed to make the game better. I don't say it's better. I think it's just it's not growing. You're not getting more people to watch baseball. You're actually getting more people to just shake their fucking heads and say, there they go again. Can't get right. So baseball and Rob Manfred, and he's definitely in the Hall of Fame at this point on the show. He's up there. He's had a lot of dummies. Because why? He keeps doing dumb shit. So you hold the
Dummy, yeah.
That's all for the show. Claude, do you have a kind word of the week, sir?
Hey, listen, you can open your doors to somebody and they'll show who they really are. So fuck Lil Rod.
And don't have any baby oil in your house, because they'll definitely show you who they are.
Apparently those are drugs.
No, okay.
So, but we'll figure it out. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see. I have my PSA. Where in this country do we have people that get a ruling? You have the family, you have the prosecutor, you have all of these people saying that you need to consider this or move the motion to not execute this man when you have no evidence to do so. Marcellus Williams. This man has been in prison. He was, executed by lethal injection a few days ago. And to have the Supreme Court not even consider what everybody else is telling you, and you still go through with it. How do we not consider that murder? right? You're on your high horse that much that you have the power to be able to spare this man in regards to the chair, not release him, but make sure he stays in jail, give him life. The family of the victim was asking for that. And you, with the power in your hands to say, yeah, decided to not listen to everybody that was pleading with you. That to me doesn't feel like a place that I want to live in. That feels like absolute power that is manipulated and used in the wrong way. I'm not into capital punishment. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in the death penalty. I don't. Because at the end of the day, what is the point of that? People will do things. People will make mistakes, but I think people learn more when they stay somewhere rather than you executing them. There's a lesson to be learned to be sitting there and understand what you did and sit in jail and whatever it is, but to use this authority that you have and not listen to the pleas and the demands of the American people and the people who actually are saying there's nothing to hold this man here. There is no evidence. All they had was hearsay. 2 witnesses that said that he was there. They never had any DNA evidence. There was never any evidence that he was there ever outside of hearsay. And you take it upon yourself to not spare this man, but you execute him. At some point in this country, we really have to start looking inward and thinking about how we do things and the people that we put into power. Are they there for the right reasons? The people who elect them to these particular seats, what is the actual direction or goal of putting them there? And it's a disgrace in this country, and it's happening too often that we're having these norms or we're having these establishments and these things in our country that are just, it just feels different. We are in a big inflection point in our society with the FBI, our elections, our school systems, our immigration policies. Everything just feels hyper focused and hypersensitive, and we need to do better. Marcellus Williams and his family, they'll never get that time back with their brother, their son. But what they can do is continue to fight and continue to see if they can be able to help some other person that's on death row that doesn't belong there, that can be able to get off death row and maybe be able to salvage their lives and be able to understand what they did and be better for it. Or if they're fully innocent, give them a new trial and have them have their time in court instead of saying, yeah, we don't really care, we're just gonna go through with it anyway. It's a disgrace. We gotta be better. That's it for the show. Yeah, Claw's back. Appreciate you. Jimmy the Super Intern, you're the man. Silent Assassin. Until next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace.
My son is the champ, so get over it.